Austin, can you tell me a little bit about the plot of When the Wheels Fall Off?
Well, the plot is about shows my character Hunter how he comes from a broken family, and so therefore he feels sort of angry about his parents, not really being there for him as much as he feels they should. So it shows what can really happen when you're not getting properly supervised by your parents growing up as a kid, and then it shows all the bad stuff you can get into really, and just really the importance of parents keeping a watch on their kids and making sure they know what they're doing.
And in saying all the bad stuff that you get into, that includes drugs, drinking.
Drugs, alcohol, and yeah, all the bad things that come along with it, pretty much.
But somehow your character manages to end up with the girl that everybody wants, Willow. How does that happen?
Willow just sort of has a thing for him, almost just because she thinks he's cute, sort of, and she likes that he has a crush on her because she feels she can sort of easily grab him, and have her in the palm of his hand, have him in the palm of her hand, and not really yeah. And she sort of plays with his heart a bit and doesn't really feel anything bad about it, sort of almost.
So she's one of those jerk women.
Yeah.
So we don't like her.
No, she's right over there, but yeah, I'll just be a bit quiet. Yeah, we don't like her.
We won't say it out loud.
I play Willow, and she's a little bit troubled, I'd say. Yeah, definitely.
And she's not the nicest person when it comes to Hunter, is that right?
No, she's not, which was difficult because you kind of just, knowing all the other actors, you want to be nice to them, but it's hard playing sort of like a villain, but a lovable one.
So how do you transform yourself into a character like that?
A lot of the times it was hanging out by yourself, listening to some angry music that you probably wouldn't listen to normally, getting in that headspace.
Yeah. Is there an artist that comes to mind right away that was sort of your anger mentor through this experience?
We listened to a bit of 50 Cent, we listened to a bit of Lupe, although that's a little bit sad, a bit of Childish Gambino. He's a little bit angry in all of his songs, and also everyone else on the set was listening to music to kind of get them into the groove of the film and get that vibe as well. So I sampled a few of different songs and artists and everything.
It's a lot of local talent. It's a lot of people coming together doing what they love. What made this project so important to you?
When I first read it, it kind of reminded me of Lords of Dogtown. That's one of my favorite films, and Heath Ledger's in it, so, all...
Can't go wrong with Heath.
Exactly, and I've never played a teenager before, and I wanted to do it before I kind of move out of that age range, so no one wants me to play a teenager in their film. So it was that, and also I met with Daveo, so that, he explained more about the project and their process and how they go about filming and everything, and it seemed really chill.
Madison, she is Willow's best friend in the film. She's a lot like myself in a way. But she's also kind of the one who fuels. She's the instigator of bad things. She facilitates also their partying, and she's doesn't like Hunter.
Would you say you're one of the reasons that Willow's not very nice to Hunter? She sort of plays games with his heart.
Yeah. No, I think that's on her own accord. I would say she has a lot of other issues, family-wise, backstory-wise. I think that, if anything, my distaste for him, pushes her to him just so that she, spites, everyone's, advice type of thing. I think she's more of that kind of a person.
Being with Daveo as the director on set, how did you feel about his guidance? Does he really help out?
So much. Felt so comfortable having him there with me, yeah. I know he knows what he's doing, right? So I trust the guy for everything he says. Tells me how to do something, I'll do it that way.
And he was saying he's not really a follow-the-rules type director. Yeah. He sort of lets you go with what you feel. Did you find that easier to work with or a little bit harder?
No, for sure. Because I find as an actor, every actor sort of has their own style, Actors have their different methods to do things. And if the director actually lets the actor do it the way they feel it needs to be done, I think it just really adds to the character more, because it's not just you're reading lines. You're actually giving it your own opinion on it, sort of, and creating it. So, yeah.
It was definitely something I'd never done before. I'd never been part of a process quite like that. but somehow it worked. And I mean, everything was flowing really well. They had a great crew, and all the crew understood the process and Daveo's vision for it. So it all came together well, and it all sort of it baked like a cake.
He seemed really like he knew what he wanted and got it or didn't get it, or I don't know, but it was really cool working with him.
Now, we've heard a bit about your character. I want to know, I have one question that I try to ask each of my guests. It's actually about your socks. I want to know what type of socks Austin wears.
Right now I'm wearing Calvin Klein socks, actually.
And are they both the same color?
Black, both black, I believe.
Are you able to show me?
I might be wrong. Oh wait, no, I'm wearing my Fila socks, I believe. Both black though.
So are they always black then?
Yeah, all my socks are black. Yeah.
Is there any reason for that?
Honestly, it's just what my grandma always buys me for Christmas. Just
There's nothing better than getting socks for Christmas, if you ask me.
for sure. No, there's something definitely underrated for sure. Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.